Miss Victoria Hobdale from UK. Miss Victoria, may I invite you?
Good afternoon. I've been asked to speak today regarding women reaching top positions in industry and business. My mum used to work 5 nights a week to keep us. From a very young age, my mother instilled in us that we could be whatever we wanted to be, that we were beautiful, and though we weren't privileged with money, with the right attitude and with the right support, we could achieve anything we dreamed. We all then went on to graduate from university and complete our degrees successfully. Not long after finishing university, I actually started in a sales company working in London, doing direct sales, actually doing door-to-door sales. Probably initially when I first started, I don't think my mother was very excited that that was perhaps how I was going to continue my career. And initially it was just to make money. Within 18 months of joining the business, I was actually promoted to actually go and run my own office and start a new business in Northern Ireland. You can't have Catholics and Protestants working together. Well, we went and proved them wrong. I was there for 2.5 years. We built an office to 35 people. It was a joke in my office that we'd brought Catholics and Protestants together and working towards a certain goal. I then went on to promote somebody else to run the office. I was given the opportunity then to move to the Netherlands to pioneer our charities division. I've been lucky enough over the last 3 years to be working on behalf of organisations such as Amnesty International, the Red Cross, Save the Children, and in the last 3 years we've raised over 23 million euros for good causes. Thank you. If we continue at the rate we're going, that's probably going to top 40 million this year. And I feel so lucky to be involved in something so special. And I'll be honest, this is my first experience of wellness. Everybody in my company starts the same way, and that's at a base level sales and marketing entry level. We don't discriminate against people's religions, their colour, their sex. But we do have a structured training program that teaches young people who maybe at a school level have left without a diploma, maybe they just weren't able to commit themselves to a school program, but through my business we're able to teach them self-discipline, educate them, social awareness, and in fact just to give them now a role in society. My company actually follows 2 very simple systems that I would like to share with you, and some of it may be a little bit sales related, so I do apologise, but I will try to explain it, and hopefully you can take something from that as well. We have something called the 8 steps, and the 8 steps is designed to help you to achieve your goals. The first of those steps is to give everything 100% effort. And sometimes when you have a goal, and whether it be going to college, or whether it be in a business, or whether it be achieving something, pushing yourself and having that self-discipline when perhaps you don't want to, it can be difficult. But what you have to remember is that water will not boil at 99 degrees. The second is be on time. We have a saying in my office, if you're on time, you're late. Again, being organised, being prepared for a certain situation. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Have a great attitude all day, and I think we heard that a little bit in one of the last topics, talking about having a great attitude towards what you do. And we all have a choice. When we wake up in the morning, we can choose whether it's going to be a good day or it's going to be a bad day. We all have our own personal issues, we all have our own problems, but I choose my attitude to be positive. And it's funny that I seem to attract positive people too. We also have another saying called work your territory correctly, which is certainly probably very sales orientated, but it's know who your customer base is. Who are you looking to attract? Know why you're here and what you're doing. What's your reason for wanting to hit a goal? What's the reason you get out of bed? What's the reason when you do something when perhaps you don't want to do it? Number 7, protect your attitude all day. I lose my attitude all the time, and what I mean by that is we can lose focuses on our goals. When things perhaps don't go our way, we want to give up. And it's fine to lose that focus, but the trick is to get your attitude back quickly. Number 8, take control. Take control of yourself, your situation. No, you are in control. Our second system is something we call the 5 steps. Again, I think we've had, it's quite funny because a lot of the stuff we do in my business, I can relate really to the Congress so far. When we're doing a sales presentation, whether it be for charities, and I use the same system for where I'm promoting charities door to door, because remember, what do we have to do? We must inspire people to give to an organization and inspire people to donate money to people perhaps they're never going to meet. The first one is having an introduction. We use something called the 3 steps. Smile, eye contact, excitement. Smile, it's contagious. We've heard it again today. You'll be amazed how many people will smile back at you. It relaxes people. Eye contact. It creates confidence in what you're promoting. Also, if you can't look somebody in the eye, and if you've ever spoken to someone and they can't look you in the eye, you think they're lying. So have confidence to your customers. Be excited and enthusiastic about what you're doing, because whatever you're promoting, whether it be charities or whatever they sell, you could be a tuk-tuk driver. But if you're not enthusiastic for what you do, why would somebody else be? Present your product. Explain what it does. We have something called the short story. This is where we literally will paint pictures of what an organization will do. We give the problem and we give the solution. The close. Get somebody to make a decision. If people ask you questions about what you're promoting or what you're explaining, they're not being negative, they're showing interest. We also have the consolidation to ensure that every person that we sign up becomes a long-term quality donor for our charities. And that's something that we take pride in. Everyone in my business works purely independently. Everyone in my company works on a commission basis. The charities do not pay my business for a minimum to 5 to 6 months until that donor has become a long-term donor. That ensures that the charity will never lose money. The only investment or the only risk they may have is their reputation. But again, that's something I take seriously. By having everyone independent in my company, they work on a purely commission basis. They have to become registered as independent contractors. Again, these young people in my business are learning to manage themselves. I merit people in my company for their work ethic, honesty, integrity, and communication skills. My business offers a proven successful formula, but it's entirely down to the individual and what you actually do with that. For more women to reach tops of positions within business, we need to break down stereotypes. And it's not going to be something that's going to happen overnight. And whether it sounds fair or not, we have to be better than the men. We have to excel. My message to other women is never underestimate yourself. As a mother, remember the confidence that you instill in your children will never be forgotten. And don't just tell them once, tell them again and again and again. Don't be too emotional. Again, we heard a little bit about women crying sometimes. I think I've probably shed an odd tear myself. But it's business. You can't be emotional. Don't take things personally. But believe in yourself. And will things always go right for you the first time? No, that's life. If you are interested in speaking to me about the formula that we use, it's quite interesting. Yesterday, I actually visited a location here in Chennai. I'm part of a larger organisation that I'm contracted to. They put me in contact with the clients. We have an office base here in Chennai who works on behalf of an organisation called CRY. You may be familiar with that. I went to visit the office yesterday. I met both of the managers there. There's about 40 people working. And what was a great thing to see was the actual office was a direct split between male and females. And there is a new assistant manager in that business too. And she's a woman. She lives on a farm. She's from a rural community. But she's come in, she's worked hard, she's applied the system. Thank you very much.